This is the side of football that many people don't see. Behind every goal, behind every smile, there is a story. A story of pain, pressure, and silent battles. Today, we are sitting with players who are still fighting, not just on the pitch, but in life. No agent, no sponsors, just hope and a dream that is fading. This is Football Epistle.
Hello guys, this is Dennis. Welcome back to Football Epistle. So here today I'm with some great talents and we want to talk about football. If you're in Africa, you understand what it feels like to be a footballer in Africa, trying to make it or go through. So today we want to talk about the challenges, the pain, the frustration, the agony, the excitement, the anxiety, and what it means to be a footballer in Africa. So let's hear from our fellow footballers. So what's the name?
Yeah, my name is Jesse Amadu. I'm from Kaduna State and I based in Abuja currently now.
My name is Abraham Ikwe and I'm from Benue State. I stay in Abuja for now.
Idoma boy.
Yes, I'm Idoma.
My name is Tari Ogi and I'm from Bayelsa State and currently I reside in Abuja.
Bayelsa.
Yes.
I thought you were from Rivers.
Yeah, I was born and brought up in Rivers. It's also the same thing.
Oh.
Rivers, Bayelsa.
Nice one, nice one. Starting with Tari, so can you briefly tell us about your football background? Like when did you start playing football? Like what was your dream? Why did you want to go into this business?
Okay, I started football very early.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a very young age, seeing myself with a very good talent because I could play among the elderly ones. So
Yeah.
I knew I could play very well. And funny thing is, in the beginning, I never thought of pushing football forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw it as a career. I just saw it as a fun thing. I play with my friends, but as things got serious, I decided that this would be a very good thing. And as a kid, I never watched football.
Wow. What are you doing? You're watching Telemundo or what?
Cartoons. Yeah, 'cause it was somehow boring for me watching
Yeah.
from the screen. Once the players run from the left
Yeah.
part to the right part, I start turning it. So
Okay.
I don't watch football. Up to now, I hardly watched.
Yeah.
Then,
You're not serious. And you're a footballer.
yeah, I'm a footballer because I can play football. Yeah, because yes,
That's
I
fine.
knew I have the talent, so
That's
why I
fine.
played.
Jesse, can you tell us more about yourself?
Yeah, I started football quite early. Let me say kicking
5.
around. Yeah, kicking
Wow.
around water cans, whatever you just see that looks
Like a
like
football.
a football, you just kick
The
around.
round object.
Yeah, I basically it was more like um the love you have for it because when you go out and you see your mates playing around, you want to join them. That's what brought joy to us
Yeah.
as kids.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
when you come back from school, even in school you play
Yeah.
and also initially it wasn't like something that I did took serious at first, but I knew I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love playing football, but it wasn't something I thought I could like take as passion.
So
Yes.
quickly, let me ask you now. Do you still love football or you're playing it for the money?
Well, the passion is there.
Passion is there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that keeps me going. And yeah, also the money,
Very, very important.
very important. Yeah.
I think they already said everything. Like it's just the same journey, like playing football from a very young age, the same age. I started when I was 9 and also was in primary school. So that's how I started. I think I like football very well. So I want to do it. I want to go to the highest part.
Highest level.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So Abraham, can
Yes.
you tell us about your dream? Like, at what point will you say, okay, I've achieved my dream in football? Like, what I really wanted to do or achieve in football?
That would be when I see myself playing in the Europa League, the Champions League. That's where I want to be. Like seriously, I've always watched Eden Hazard of Chelsea. I want to play like Eden Hazard and all those stuff there. So I think when I get there, that'll be it.
So you didn't mention MPFL.
Nigeria Premier League. Yes, I can play in the Nigeria League. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. That's good. So Jesse, tell us about your dream.
Well, first I look forward playing at the highest level. of
Okay.
football because it's a journey that I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Always pushing to get to the higher level, the Champions League, playing the
Yeah.
Premier League, getting a call up from the national team
Wow. Wow.
as a Nigerian, representing your country as a
Yeah.
Nigerian. I know, yeah, that's my dream and ambition. And also winning individual trophies, just like Osime and the rest.
Lukman.
Lukman
Okay, that's
winning the
nice.
African best. I know, so
Okay.
that's one of my goal, and yeah,
Hopefully it will come to
hopefully to
pass.
come to.
Yeah, I think my dream is simple. I just want to see myself on that big stage. You understand? Play in a very good atmosphere, under 60, 70,000 capacity. Yeah, because that's my dream, and it's a thing of joy to play in such good and warm environment.
Yeah.
The Champions League and
Yeah.
Europa,
Classical.
those other things for
the-
me are a plus. If you
Yeah.
can get there, you can. But then I just want to see myself in a very, very good and conducive environment.
Enjoying
Playing on a
yourself.
very good pitch, yes.
Yeah. Very, very
Yes,
important.
yeah.
So, guys, like I said earlier, one of the main reasons why we are doing this video is to talk about the challenges we face in Africa as footballers. In the next phase, we want to talk about these challenges. So, we'll be hearing from our guests and what it feels like to be a footballer in Africa and the pains and everything I've mentioned that we'll go through. Starting with Jesse. So, can you tell me what does it feel like to train every day without any guarantee that you will make it?
Well, I think that's one of the difficult part of the whole story
Yeah.
because growing up as a young kid and an aspiring footballer, you always thought it would be easy
Wow.
for you because of your talent, because you know
Yeah.
how to play, but that's not how it is. You tend to play sometimes with empty stomach.
Wow.
Now, you are not even guaranteed that this year is the year, but you're always hopeful because you
Yeah.
have seen others that have gone out and
Yeah.
have played and have become successful. But being a player in Africa and Nigeria particularly, I would say it's very difficult because there are pressures coming from family, resources, and you don't even know if it's tomorrow or next tomorrow. Now we have injury challenges too. You tend to treat yourself as an African player or as a Nigerian player because you don't you don't play under any standard facility that they take care of your
You,
well-being.
yeah.
I know. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of challenges when it comes to going to camp, leaving your own state to another state. You don't know anyone there. So coping, I know, is very, very difficult.
Wow. That's very, very interesting. Can you add to what he has just said?
Yeah, I think the challenge there is that if you are young and you are playing, there'll be pressures from everywhere, like your mom, your dad, your family members. They want you to go to school first of all. They'll tell you about school, how important school is in the community. So for you to for you to go and play, you need to keep all those things behind, or you
Yeah.
find time for everything. You understand? So the challenges are always there. I'll be dragging you everything. So and it's life. So it's either you are doing something or something is doing you.
Yeah.
So that's it. I think he's Jesse is just right.
Tari, can you tell me how difficult it is to sign as a footballer from Africa?
Um, I would say it starts with management.
Okay.
Yes, that's a very big challenge.
So you need to have a proper management to have a chance.
A licensed one at that, and um, coming from this part of the world, Nigeria to be precise, you need sponsorship. That's a major challenge because if there is funds,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
maybe
can.
sell sponsorship or someone decides
Yeah.
to invest in the talent that you have, then I think you can achieve. You are, let's say, 6 to 7 steps ahead of someone who doesn't have any support.
Yeah.
Because support is the main thing in this field. And then kids, nourishment. If you don't have proper nourishment and proper kids to play, then you can't give your best.
Yeah.
That's a very big challenge.
Okay. To add to this, waking up every morning, going for training, like you don't even know if you're going to make it or not. You don't know the time, the season, the year. You know, we always tell ourselves, okay, transfer window has opened, so God, this year is my year, and then next year will come, another year will come. So mentally, it's not easy for footballers because you don't even know the time or season it will happen. And just like my brother said, the pressure from family, the pressure from friends, then the pressure from within alone. So it's not really easy. When you see footballers, just know that these guys they are going through a lot. Okay, so Jesse, okay, now we've talked about challenges, and we are agreed that we have challenges in Africa, right?
Yeah.
So now, has there been a time when you felt like this thing, I'm tired, let me just give up?
Well, there are a lot of times,
So it's happened.
countless,
Wow.
countless, because I remember an incident where I no, not an incident, an occasion though.
Mm.
I went for a trial, one of these pitches around. So the white man was there.
Yeah.
I played very well,
Yeah.
excellent. He liked me, but what was the challenge? He didn't like my body size. I was too small. That's what he said.
Is
So
it your
you
fault?
see, that it's not my fault, but that's like a factor. And
Yeah.
then I was mentally, I was mentally
Down.
drained and mentally down because I thought that was the day,
Yeah.
that was the chance, that was everything. A lot of chances and times that you get invited to a particular program and boom, you have an ankle injury, you have a knee injury that will stop you from
Playing.
playing and all for a very long time.
Mm.
So that's another challenge challenges that me personally I've faced because I remember when I was supposed to like go for the
A
under
trial.
17
Okay, under
camp.
17, yeah.
That's the national
Yeah.
team. Prior to that time, that was a week before then. I got an ankle injury that took me off for
Car.
like 3 months or so. So I was mentally down. Like I couldn't play, I couldn't do anything, and I felt like giving up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the passion, the love for the game kept me going and all.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Abraham,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure you're a Nigerian.
Yeah.
So you must have faced challenges that made you to question your quest to go pro. So can you share a story with us where something like this happened?
I think the main challenge I'll face is asking myself, when will it happen? When am I going to be there?
Yeah, it's for everybody.
I want to be somewhere.
Yeah.
So when is the time? Keep on asking myself.
And it's
Should I
tiring.
stop? Yeah. There are plenty of people who started telling me, bro, you need to look for something else. Even
To
though you are
do.
playing football,
Yeah.
you need to. When it comes to that kind of conversation, now there is a doubt.
Yeah.
You understand? There's a doubt about your career. So
Yeah.
and the career doesn't need a doubt already.
Yeah.
So that's just the problem there.
Yeah.
Challenges, and it will come. Challenges will come and go. So for you to overcome,
Yeah.
you have to keep on trying, and see what comes out. So every day you have to try, every day you have to train, every day you have to play,
Mm.
just for you to be there when your time comes.
Yeah.
Like our coach always said, football is moment.
Yeah.
So if your moment comes, I hope you are ready. Because if you
Yeah.
are not, get past.
Yeah.
So that's just it.
Tavi, originally you're from Bayelsa,
Yes.
but you're brought up in Rivers,
Yes.
and now you're in Abuja. How does it feel like traveling interstate, leaving your family, not being able to see your mom, your dad, your siblings to chase this dream?
Okay. Earlier it was fun because
You know,
living
like house. I don't see. You know, like house.
um you don't need to love your home if you're a footballer. Yes,
Wow.
because if you get if you go pro,
Yeah.
you don't get to stay with your family. You
Yeah.
get to stay with strangers. So
Wow. Wow.
I've
This.
always loved traveling. If you call me Kwekusha. Then so going to Oyo, Lagos,
Yeah.
different places for tournaments. It's always been fun.
Yeah.
So I think I enjoy traveling more than staying at home.
But do you miss them? And like, sometimes do you wish that let me just go home? This thing is tiring. I'm tired. Let me just go home, spend time with my family. I'm tired.
To be honest, I've never had that thought.
Wow. That's nice. Now, have you ever had a football did that collapse?
Yes,
So tell us
I
about it.
have. It was depressing. I would say it was very, very heartbreaking because I saw myself in Europe
Yeah.
already. I would see myself in Europe already, but then it collapsed.
What happened?
I think having a Nigerian passport happened. Yes.
Ha, God, this is sad.
Yeah, really sad. It's safe to say Nigeria happened to me.
And it happened to you. So, Jesse, do you have a day that you felt you were almost in Europe, but then something happened?
Well, yes, had a deal, had an opportunity to go out. Like it was almost like he said, being a Nigeria is a factor because once they see your passport, it's more like you know, yeah. So it was almost it was almost as if I was seeing my dream come to pass, and boom, it shattered. So it was heartbroken.
Oh, that is bad. How important is money in this game?
Mm, I think after the love
Yeah.
of the game, the money is the next thing.
No, so okay, like okay, you should understand me very well.
Yeah.
Now my point is in chasing your career,
Mm.
it's not as if like you're pro yet, but
Yeah.
in chasing this career, how important is money? Because sometimes you feel like tomorrow I can just carry my bag, go to Europe, go to anywhere and chase my dream there, but I don't have the funds to do
Yes.
that. So I'm just saying like how important like do we need this money
Yeah. You
as
see,
footballers?
you see. To be honest, money is everything in the career. You need to get yourself jerseys to play, shorts to play. You need to buy
By
boots.
the way, how much is boot now?
I think let me start like some months ago I
Uh,
bought a boot 49,000 naira.
Jesus.
Now I want to get a boot for myself. The boot is 58,000 naira. And if you are buying a boot, you need to buy a training canvas.
Yeah.
And training canvas is the same thing as boots. Some are more expensive, you understand?
And let's not forget that our pitch in Abuja is bad.
Very
So
bad.
like you buy boot
Those
almost every
boots,
2 months.
yes, they won't even last for two
Well,
months.
how do we survive?
You can't play with a good. You can't use a good store to play for Abuja pitches for like 2 months. They'll get spoiled. It's either water or the hardness of the
The
ground
soil,
too
yeah.
well. So you need money every time in this career. You need to transport yourself to go to training. You need to come back to your house. You need to eat. Everything about the career is just money.
Then health wise too, sometimes
Yeah,
you
you
get
can get
injured.
sick. Sickness is the main thing. See, once you are playing football and you fall sick,
Yeah.
you need to treat yourself. And everything is money, injection and blah blah blah. All that everything about the career seriously is money.
You know, I had a friend. He's good. He had a deal to go to the Indian League,
Mm.
but he needed 400k.
Hundred
Yeah,
thousand.
for his flight, but he could not get the money. So that was how he lost the deal.
That's so sad.
So money is very very
Everything about
important.
the
Like
career.
money
That's true.
very important. Okay. Okay. So starting with Abraham.
Okay.
First, your name is Abraham. So of course you know Bible very well.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if you observed this thing that every professional player from Africa that have gone to Europe, when they talk, they always talk about God, God, and you see them posting about God in their Instagram, WhatsApp, and everything. So I want to know how big do you think God is for us in this journey?
You see, experience is the greatest teacher,
Teacher,
right?
yeah,
So maybe from what we see around us,
yeah,
from where we go to, they
yeah,
always tell you you need to put God first.
yeah,
That's just the first thing to do when you are playing football. You need to put God first. In the beginning,
yeah,
God. So in the beginning of the career, you need to include God.
yeah,
You have to pray, hold your stand. In Africa, everybody wants to pray. That's what they tell us. You need to
yeah.
pray for your career. It's a career that like 1 million people are doing the same thing. Your wing, you can have 400 people in the same place that you are playing. So he's God.
You need that grace.
Yeah, God. Everything, God. In the beginning, God.
God, the
At the
end,
end, God.
God,
So
in the middle, still
it's
God.
God. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. So Jesse, remember we are talking about challenges. So where do you draw strength and inspirations from when you're down?
Remember when I have this deal that didn't work out?
Yeah,
I was broken. I was down. Like I didn't even play football for some time,
Yeah.
like maybe 2 weeks. I went off because everything was just draining. But then I came across this passage. That is Isaiah 60:22 that states that when the time is right,
Yeah.
I the Lord will make it happen. I feel God is a big factor in our career. That's those that believe in Him. Like
Yeah.
me, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
I believe in the power of miracle. And if you check, majority of us we pray for God's favor because most of us are coming from a very poor background. And if you check the football now, you need financing. You pray for God to connect you to someone
That can help
that
you.
is willing, that
Yeah.
is ready to to submit his credibility for you and his own financing for you. So we pray a lot so that God will connect us to people like that and open more doors.
Mm.
So that was one of the scripture that I've kept in mind.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Sorry. Of course, you have guys from your neighborhood, probably your team, or guys you know personally that have gone to Europe. So
Yes.
when you see them play, you watch them on TV, how do you feel? Now, like I'm not talking about or maybe being jealous about them, but how do you really feel as a person because you're still in Nigeria, you're still hustling, like you've not really had any concrete deal yet to move. So how do you really feel about your situation?
Mm, First, I feel excited to see them on that big stage, and
Wow.
then there's this kind of tension.
Why?
Like I'm scared for them to have a bad game. You understand?
Okay, so you want them to succeed. That's
Yes. Like
that's nice.
because I've already said to some people, I know this guy,
Mm,
and you understand that
mm,
kind of thing. Maybe one, two mistakes, somebody just done like, this your guy, I know they try you. You know that kind
yeah.
thing. So that's where the tension comes from.
But now being a footballer, personally, like, do you feel like, "God, I wish I can be here"? Like those thoughts.
We
You
are
have those thoughts.
humans now. You're supposed to have such thoughts. You
Oh.
want to be at the bigger stage, so you wish for bigger things.
Are you in contact with any of them, or like do they answer? Because some of these guys, when they make it, they tend to forget about
Um,
their DMs and probably not answer people again.
Level comes with new friends. So you understand. You put yourself in their shoes. How many messages comes to their DM? So
Mm,
if you can get in touch with them, then
mm,
there is this kind of bond.
yeah,
You should understand people you know
yeah.
and people who are your friends. Different there.
Wow,
Yes.
yes, that's the point. Abraham,
Yes.
quickly, you've been playing football for some time now. So can you tell us about, okay, let's say one sacrifice you've made just to continue playing this game?
Mm,
Like maybe something you let go, you give up on something.
yeah. Ever since I choose football as my career and I want to do it for
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
I haven't gone back to my state.
Wow. This is big.
I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back until it is what it is. You get?
But is there a reason for, like, is it that you don't want them to see you, or that people you're avoiding, that you
No,
feel
no,
like,
no. Always there's no problem in going back home.
yeah,
That's my house.
yeah,
Or I have a career. I have
yeah,
something ahead to pursue. You
yeah.
understand? So that's why I can't go back until it is done.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Jesse, quickly, what about you?
And I've sacrificed a lot, like since after my high school.
Mm,
I've not like up to go to university or anything. So and some of the risks I've taken
yeah,
is traveling interstate, and if you check the situation of the country,
yeah.
the insecurity and all. I remember one time traveling to Lagos by night bus. It was scary because along the way we had to use another route because we heard that the road was not safe for us to
Yeah.
pass. So it was risks, and I just pray it pays off one day. Yeah.
Surely, surely. Tari, so lastly, we talked a lot about your situation and like challenges we go through in Africa. So, looking at the bigger picture, what do you think NFF can do to support the players in Nigeria
I think they should empower the grassroots. Yeah, they should start from the lower,
level?
lower levels. Make the NLO, NNL.
Yeah.
They should make it bigger than it is. So we should start making our football in Nigeria important. I think that's what the NFF should do. Most people have pointed this out for them. So
Mm.
I think for more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to talk about it, then it's a very important aspect to improve on. Because if you
Okay.
don't do that, then I don't think the football in the country will grow. You basically die. You don't need to get to some certain age before you can play. You've
Yeah.
seen what Yamal has done in the
Yes.
past few months or
Yeah.
years, and he's just 17. So if the grassroots football there is poor, then I
Yeah.
don't think there will be any Yamal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Perfectly. Jesse. So what are some initiatives that you think that maybe the NFF can do? Like for example, now look at the Senegal's football body, for example. I think they came up with a system that say, okay, the next 10 years, this is what we want to do, this is how we want to play, and like I think they assembled the grassroots coaches, and like they were able to train them, empower them. You see, and we can see the massive results the Senegal football teams are having from the lowest to the top. So, do you think that there's anything that the NFF can do, like in respect to what the Senegal's team have done?
Yeah, there are things they can do. Like he said, the most important part of football is from the grassroots. Yeah. Once you put more focus on the grassroots and you you help, because there are a lot of grassroots teams that nobody knows about.
Mm.
They are there in the village and nobody knows about them. There are talent that are dying there. I feel they should make the least tournament to be very important, from the state league to the higher level to be very important. That's what I feel. We should invest more in grassroots football.
Abraham, lastly, for a younger, okay, imagine like somebody coming up, somebody that really wants to make a decision, or somebody that wants to take the decision that you've taken to pursue this thing. So, like, what advice will you have for a younger you? Okay, like that said, okay, daddy, I want to play football.
I think he should made up his mind.
Okay.
If it's football, choose football. If you want to go to school, go to school. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. If it's football, give football 100. If it's school, give school 100. That's it.
So far, we've been able to listen to our guests, and like they've all spoken about the challenges that we go through in Nigeria. So I want you to also, if you're a footballer and you're watching this video, I want you to also comment below what you think we didn't really talk about, or what you think that we would have spoken about, or what you think that is currently going on in Nigeria that needs to be given our attention to. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and make sure you subscribe on this channel because we'll be bringing more football content for you. Thank you for watching.